LOL. It's been a minute. Let's catch up.
Some tears, some stress, but I count my blessings.
So, it's November, okay, it's a new month, and the last video I posted, I want to say, this is really sad. It's been a minute, but the last video I was talking about turning 23, cutting my hair, just new changes, and that has not changed. There's still so much more changes that has come. So let's sit down, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's just talk about it. So if you're new here, hi, hello, my name's Ashley. If you're not new here, you know what it is. Sit back and let's just get into today's video. Okay, so today is November like 3rd or 4th. We're fresh into the month of November, and I really am trying to get back on the YouTube posting world. I feel like I've been mostly on TikTok, so follow me on TikTok because it's just so easy to like put out short videos, you know. So I've been on the TikTok girlies, but I do want to stick to my YouTube content creation because I like the longer form videos and honestly just talking with y'all, because my last video was a vlog, so I like sitting down and just kind of like catching up and talking. So that's number one. I want to get back onto the YouTube world and actually doing more sit down videos, so be on the lookout for that. And number two, how am I doing? What has been up with the girlies? Of course I get a notification on my phone. I should have put my phone down disturbed. Anyways, mentally I would say I am doing pretty well. Despite the changes, I am so proud of myself because I definitely grown to learning how to deal with like my not so good days. And that's a huge thing for me because before I would like shut down at any small inconvenience. I would just like think my whole day was ruined, or even my whole week, because of something that happened like in the morning. I would be like, the week is over, the month is over, everything's ruined. And I think for me, the month of October had so many things that just were like not so good. Like I got my hair cut and that was something I wanted, but at the same time it just wasn't styled as I wanted it. So when I left the hair salon, I was like, oh my gosh, like this isn't what I expected. So I had to deal with like that, right? A new haircut, like this is the shortest my hair has ever been. Then the month of October, I was so emotional. Like I found myself just crying over the smallest things. Like, girl, it didn't matter. I would just be crying. Like I was just an emotional wreck. Then I kind of got a little scratch on my car, so like that wasn't fun. And I was also going through like some relationship things, so it was just like a really kind of hectic month for me. And it was my birthday month, and I was like, no, this isn't supposed to be happening on my birthday month, but it was a lot. So I am so thankful for just a new month, a new kind of slate. And so that's kind of really the main focus of this video. It's just talking about like walking into new changes, new months, a new year. We're about to be in 2024, which is, that's so bizarre to me. So yeah, I just want to sit down and kind of just talk about, you know, transforming and walking into things that may seem scary at first, but ultimately it is where you're meant to be. So yeah, that's like the catch up of it all. But back to my point of just being thankful for my mental health, because at one point in life I would have like held on to things, including people that no longer serve me, for the sake of just having them around, having that thing around. It's stable, it's comforting. But now I'm able to be like, okay, this is what I deserve, this is what I want, I'm not settling. And I'm just so thankful for that, because again, there was a point in life where I would settle. So my biggest piece of advice is, when you're walking into changes and it seems like there's literally every single thing that's could go wrong, take that as an opportunity to recognize, okay, I must need to let this go because there is something that is bigger and better on the way. And again, this has been hard for me because I was the type of person that would try to make things work, try to hold on to things and people, because I just knew that, like, okay, we'll get through this, or like, you know, things will be fine. And I had to come to the realization, which is just confirmation from God, that there are moments where you have to simply walk away in order to receive better. And I'm so thankful because I also know now that I didn't before, which is I am deserving of the best. If you find yourself constantly trying to be in positions that are confusing and stressful and like a lot of work that has to go into it, then it's probably not for you. And this is also a phrase that I feel like maybe been thrown out a lot, but I'm gonna say it. I'm in my soft girl era, okay? Yes, I know, but I'm in my soft girl era, and I just find myself not wanting to labor a lot, not wanting to do a lot of like hard, intense things, including relationships. I'm just not here for the struggle of, I won't do it. That's just that. And so even the way that I work out now is so different, because I would do these high intense workouts, and now I'm doing like more yoga, more Pilates, just like things that are just like, again, in my soft girl era. Like, she's soft as she can be. And again, I had to remember that you don't, if you want to talk about like metaphors for a second, you don't look at a rose and expect it to like, go through these hard things as concrete would, right? You look at a rose and you look at it and it's very soft, it's very fragile, so you take care of it as such. And that's just how I'm presenting myself moving forward. Like, I am a little flower, I'm a rose, okay? So I am soft, I am gentle, I'm not staying in things that don't serve me anymore. I'm just like walking away and picking me. So that's number one piece of advice, is to really just understand that when things feel like they're just kind of going crazy one after another, it's probably because you are on to something greater and better, and believe that you deserve better and stop settling. Okay, number two, as we walk into this new year of life, and there's a lot of changes and just like a lot of things going on in the world right now that's very sad and just very cruel. Learn to be gentle with yourself in these changes, because one minute you could be happy and on top of the world and like feeling good, and the next minute it can just feel like everything's crashing in on you. Again, there's been a lot of things happening in the world that's just so scary, and honestly it can be very just a lot on our hearts. And so it is important to be gentle with yourself and with your emotions about how do you feel, what do you need, and not just trying to run on autopilot, because we are human beings, which means we have human emotions. And I have to remind myself of this, because again, there were times where I would be so hard on myself for how I handled something. Like, oh, I should have just never said anything, or I should have not cried, I should have been tough. And it's like, God didn't make me a cold-hearted person, okay? Again, I am a soft girly, I am a little rose, I am fragile. So yes, sometimes I can take things and it can be like extremely heavy on my heart, and so I have to process it, and I have to like, allow it to go through me and not just like move forward. So again, be gentle with yourself. However you feel is how you feel. Don't be mad at yourself or feel guilty or shameful for how you feel. I know, especially as women, we can often be told like we're too emotional, we're too sensitive, but the truth is there's a beauty in sensitivity. Like, there's so much beauty, because we know our emotions, right? We know when something doesn't feel good, when something doesn't serve us. We're so in tune with ourselves that we know how to move forward into what's really going to bring us peace and joy. And so again, I am just being more gentle with myself. However I'm feeling, whatever I need that day, I'm just giving it to myself, because I don't want to settle in places, or try to be someone that I'm not. Like, I'm an emotional creature, okay? I don't have time to play games as if I'm so hard and so tough. No, baby, I am a soft girly, okay? And number three, for these changes, walking into a new year, especially me as I just walk into a new year of life, I'm 23 now, is enjoying the ride. I feel like sometimes we can be so serious, like, oh, I have to do this before this age, or I have to like be here, and it's like, who said that? Like, who said you have to have it all figured out by this age? Just enjoy where you are, because if you were meant to be anywhere else, you would. If you were meant to, you know, have this car, have this house, be married, have kids, whatever, you would. So I am just enjoying the process. I am just like romanticizing everything, from like pouring my coffee to getting in bed to traveling the world. I'm romanticizing it all, and I'm just being so present in the moment, not so focused on my future or my past, but as present on the moment, and reminding myself like I don't know what tomorrow may bring. Like today, I'm focused on right now. Tomorrow, I could be in a whole different country. Tomorrow, I could, I don't know, be in a relationship. Who knows? But right now, I am just excited about where I'm at. I'm excited about what's happening. I'm looking forward to the presence, and what is for me will be, and what isn't won't. So yeah, and a little bonus, okay, because I just felt like I was thinking about this as I was talking, is also walking into these new changes of life, right? 2024, turning 23 for me. I'm learning that it's okay to walk away from something that you just started. I feel like sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, like, well, you know, I just started it, let me just like give it a chance. And I'm not saying like, you know, quit on yourself if you know this is what you really want to do. But what I'm saying is, like, if you walk into a relationship, or if you walk into a job and like maybe it was something you wanted, but you realize like it's just not feeling right, it's not serving you, that's okay to walk away too. I think we challenge ourselves to be like, well, let me just give it, you know, a year, or let me just give it time. The truth is, time goes by and the thing doesn't change, the person doesn't change. And so that's another thing that I'm reminding myself is like, I don't care how long I've been doing it or how long I've been with somebody. If it's no longer serving me, I'm gonna walk away. Because why stay in a place that is uncomfortable, that you don't really want to be in? Make it make sense. So that's another little bonus, is especially to my women out there, don't settle. Don't, you know, stay in places, jobs, relationships, you know, buildings, houses that like it's really not making you happy. Just don't stay there because you're like, well, you know, I just kind of got this apartment, or I just got this. I mean, breaking a lease, that's kind of like a different situation because it can be hard. But again, I just challenge others to know, and especially when I'm talking to my girlies, because I make my videos mostly for my girlies, right? But to take time and just give yourself the grace to be like, okay, it's not serving me anymore. Why am I going to be staying stuck in this place for more months, more years? No, babes, let's walk away. So yeah, those are my little 3 takes to bring it all into a conclusion. Again, be gentle with yourself, babes. Okay, walk away from things that are not serving you, no matter how long you've been in it. You know, and just be present. Romanticize your life. I know that's another kind of thing that's been said a lot. Romanticize. But it's so true. Like, just romanticize where you are, because if you were meant to be anywhere else, you would. And so yeah, I hope this video made sense. This feels so foreign a little bit because I haven't like sat down and talked, and I didn't really want to like have a whole list of things to talk about. I just wanted to cut on the camera and just talk with my girlies, just catch up. So I probably was a little bit kind of like rambly, but again, I just wanted to catch up and talk with no like real crazy structure and bullet points. So I hope this made sense and that it impacted at least one person. And as always, if no one has told you, I'm here to tell you that I'm proud of you and you're doing enough. Let me know how you like the cut. I'm still learning how to style it and figure it out. But yeah, have an amazing Sunday or whatever day you're watching this. And as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.